Hello again, and in this video I will play 1 or 2 rounds depending how long it will take of the removal mission, so the new mission in the game. In the separate video I presented you the objectives and the theme of the mission. In the separate video I presented you the setup, so now we can finally play the mission. It is round number 1, soul number 1, we click in the app that yes, we confirm the setup. System block, something is wrong with the system block. This is bad news. We have to increase malfunction on this system track. This is not a big deal yet. If it reaches 5, it will be a big deal. Now it's just a small step, no worries. The event says the food is rotten and we have to take food from the supply because something is wrong on the farm. It is not a good situation. Yeah, there's no production of the food in this round. Decrease the supply of the food by number of astronauts. We are playing 4 people, so 4 supply of our food is lost. This is really bad. We will see what will happen then, and we say okay, now we go to the morale phase. So we're done with the event phase, we go to the morale phase. Morale is 0 at the beginning of the game, not very well, not very bad, it's 0, nothing happens. So we can move to the production phase. We click in the app that we did morale phase, and in the production phase we have to check oxygen generators work very well, solar panels work very well, the farm, well, that's why I had to eat the food because there was some problem here. And then we check the stress, depending on number of players, 1, 2, 3, 4, the stress goes up. Too many people in a closed space, there is always some argument, so the stress goes up. No worries yet, if it reaches 18, this will be a problem. Now we are fine. And the game also reminds us, check the working block statuses for the red icons, no red, no red, no red, no red. Nothing happens, we are fine. We can move to the action phase. I click in the app that I did everything I should do. And the app tells me that I have a special action that is looking for supplies. We are talking about the food. And I can spend one worker, one dude, and get some food from some hidden supply in the habitat. And this seems like a good idea because this was very bad for me. So okay, so I will send Greg to the app, current event action, to find more food in the habitat. Our objective, as you remember, is to bring these containers to the habitat. So for sure I want to do, and I want to do it by myself. Ignacy is doing this epic mission, so Ignacy is going to Chasm. This is actually bad. To go outside the hub, it costs me additional action worker because it is far away, but I can use this awesome truck. So I'm using this truck, I'm using Ignacy pounds, and that means that this will be automatic success because I spent enough action pounds. So this is idea. Rafał and Marek. Marek is funny, so I will send Marek to go to the crew quarters to play on PlayStations and make everybody happy. Is it a good idea?
Yeah.
It's a good idea. So we are playing PlayStation, and I think we should, oh no, we don't, maybe we don't need, yes, we may need this. So this is a problem here. We have a red cube here. Every time we go to explore, we will have to spend oxygen. On one hand, we don't plan to explore too much, but this red cube may have bad consequences in the future, in the later rounds. So I think I will try to fix it right now when we have some time. So I will spend Ralph, he's an engineer, he's a mechanic. I put his action pounds next to this problem. I'm spending oxygen connectors parts to fix it. And we have one more action pound. What we can do with this action pound? I can leave you to play PlayStation, but I'm not sure if this is a good idea. We can fix some problems with this because this is dangerous. Yes, I will send you there, sir. You are going to manage the problems and you will manage this system facility malfunction. We are done. We put all our action pounds on the board and now we resolve them in a special order. We always start with the event from the event action. So I take this action pound. Oh, we have one more Greg. Would you want to play with Greg?
Yes.
You guys play. Greg is back from looking for the supply of the food, and the event says add food to your supply equal to the number of you rolled on the orange die. I have an orange die, I'm rolling, and Greg found 2 punks of food somewhere, I don't know where, but we have it. And Greg, good job, and we click that we done this. Good job, sir. Then we go here. This guy fixes the problem in the system block, and this was very important for us. It was you. Greg played on PlayStation, so morale of the whole team goes up. You played on a PlayStation, the team is super happy that everybody was working and you were playing. And then now I was doing the important thing. I was doing the actual objective of the mission. I brought this thing, 2 action points is automatic success in the game. I spent the track to cancel the cost of this action. So good job, Ignacy. Ignacy is back. This stuff goes here, but because the chasm has a question mark icon, that means that I had adventure. Because I'm the adventure guy, so I had adventure. There's this icon, so I have to click in the app what type of adventure I had. It was a gather action. It was Ignacy Naukowiec. And confirm, and we see what happened. Underground explosion in the chasm. As I worked, I heard a thunderous rumbling sound close behind me. And so the stress goes up, I was a little bit of scared, and put a black marker, can I have a black marker? Put a black marker on the region of interest you were gathering from, and it serves as a reminder. The app says nothing more about this, but I can tell you, because I know this game, that in this very moment something was shuffled into the deck, and with this region something bad will happen in the future. So this was my adventure, explosions behind my back, and this guy, the Ralph, spent his 2 action points, so this automatic success, and he spent the oxygenator part to fix this problem. We exchanged the broken part into green part. Good job, Ralph. We are proud of you. Everybody is happy. We have all action points back. So that means the action phase is done. We go to the malfunction phase. And in this scenario, we start with some small problems in a working block. That means that we start with the yellow die here in this box and we have to roll it. It means that something bad will happen. We will see what will happen. I know this game very well and the game loves me. So only one step further on this track. If this track reaches the 5, we will have to draw the card and something bad will happen, but we are safe because I know how to roll these damn dice. We go to the cleanup phase. We have to clean all the tokens that are not necessary, but everything is here necessary, so we don't have anything to clean up. And we are done with the first round. I click next round in the app. The apps remind me if I did malfunction phase. Of course I did malfunction phase. And the app asks me if I did cleanup phase. Of course I did cleanup phase. Thank you for the reminder. And the app says round number 2. I think we are doing very well, so we can play one more round. We have some time. We are done with the first round. We go to the second round. Confirm. And I told you it will happen. So this continued thing dedicated to this part. The app tells us this is actually good. It says put 2 discoveries because there was some explosion again. Something is very, very bad. But it says put 2 discoveries on this region. So we found something. And you will gain them both if you perform your next action on that ROI. So we found something. This is super, super awesome. And thank you for that. In the meantime, because we are back in the event phase, the app tells us system is still some problems, but we have it under control. No worries, you will not threaten us. And now in the event phase, there is an actual event. Oxygenators failure. Sounds not good. During morning system scanning, you spot a warning. A leakage of oxygen. Critical level of oxygen. As fast as you can, you run to oxygenator so you can locate the source of the leakage. And it says decrease the supply of the oxygen by 2. Okay, so that was not that bad. 1, 2. And we will see what will happen next. Confirm. We go to the morale phase. Morale is awesome. By the way, now I am the first player because I forgot in a cleanup phase to move this first player token. And Ignacy is the first player, and Ignacy is in the best mood ever. The morale says +2, so Ignacy gets +2 morale tokens. How cool is that? These morale tokens we can then use for our skill cards. Every player has 3 skills, and to use them he has to spend morale tokens. So morale is awesome. We go to the production. Oxygenator is working well, solar panels working well, the food is back working well, so we are very fine. The stress, well, everybody is a little bit stressed, 1, 2, 3, 4, we are in the middle of this track. And the working block, everything is green, we are fine, we have a very good officer here. We go to the action phase and I click in the app that we did it. Yes, we did it. And we have a special action, once again, we have a special action dedicated to the event that just happened, to this oxygen leakage. And the event says we can increase productivity of oxygen, and I can spend the action pound here and to get some oxygen. I don't know if we need this oxygen actually. We have so many other things. I'm closing this window. I'm not interested. But Marek behind the camera reminded me that when I brought this awesome container, I forgot to click in the app that I actually did objective of the mission. So I'm clicking now objective sections, and one of the objectives says unpack the container with the crew quarters, gather red objective token number 1. We did it last round, I forgot to do this, so I'm clicking it right now, and the app says congratulations for meeting objective 1, and then it says something, I don't want to spoil maybe too much, but there is some information in the app, you will see when you play the mission, and the app says put orange objective number 1 on this space. So actually that happened, something happened. I will not spoil what happened, but something is there. You will see when you play the game. So we say confirm, yes, we did it. And now we have a new objective in the app. You will see when you play the game, something happened when we brought this. And we start the second round. What we can do? We can bring a next container. This is important. We can examine the first container so we can start building it. We can fix this problem because this one is very close to explode, and the stress is also very, very dangerous. So let's start. Ignacy will do something very important, that's for sure. So Ignacy goes for the container or examination. I want to be like in the action. So Ignacy goes here to make a research action, to research these containers, to see if everything is intact and everything is right. So Ignacy is here doing the best things. And because you spent last time playing PlayStation, so now you go outside the hub. So I'm taking Marek, and Marek goes here. Do you want the track?
Yes.
Once again, he spends 2 action pounds to bring his objective token, and there is a penalty on Volcano, but he's using track, so he's cancelling this penalty. So we are fine here. Ralph, I would send him to fix this because I'm afraid, so I'm sending Ralph, and he will manage the problem once and he will manage the problem second time. And we still have a Greg. We can send him here, or we can I would increase morale. You know why? Because I sent you, I don't know if you're familiar with that, I sent you to bring these containers, but there is Volcano. Everybody's scared, and the morale will go down when you go back. So you'll be complaining that we sent you to Volcano. So knowing that you will be complaining, I send Greg to play more PlayStation to increase morale. And we have last one, dude, I will go for the stress, okay? So decrease the stress, and we don't care about this oxygen leak. Let it be like it is. Fine? So we have all action pounds on the board. Now we can resolve them. So we send Ralph with his 2 action pounds. Each action is 1 pound once and second time. And if we fix this problem, we are not worried at all. Greg was playing PlayStation, and I did a mistake because he cannot. No, yes, okay. He plays once, and he decreases the stress second time. Right? So he is super chilled out. Now, sir, we are bringing this stuff. It is automatic success. Congratulations for you. Good job, Marek. Remember to put truck to the garage. And I'm giving you back your action pounds. But you're complaining that you were at the Volcano, so the morale goes down a little bit. Whining person. And I'm doing the most important thing. And Marek is telling me that he wants me to mark on the app that he did the objective, so he's fine. So your objective was unpack the container with the MATLAB, gather red objective number 2. And you did it.
Of course.
And there is a pop-up. The pop-up says something that I will not spoil to you, but the pop-up says, you will see when you play the game, but the pop-up says that he found something and there is more on this region of interest. So there is one more objective that just happened when you open this container. I click confirm that I'm not spoiling what happened, but in this app, there's something more right now. And the most important task of this round, Ignacy was doing that. Ignacy was researching this container. Ignacy is back. It was automatic success. I was not rolling the dice, and now I have to check as instructed in the scenario. It says after you move the token to the examine space, draw one card from the direction deck and resolve the effect according to the table below. So I'm drawing a card. It says easy because I'm a professional engineer, and easy means take the crew quarters and take 1 red and 3 green parts and put it next to it. So now we examine the facility. We know there is 1 broken part and 3 parts are okay. So it is quite good as for the trip from Earth to Mars, and we will be ready to build it next round. We are almost there. And reward for Ignacy, he can click here. Where is this examination? Oh yes, here. Check if there are any unexpected problems. I checked. There is a pop-up, there's information, something happened, but I will not spoil what happens, but I discovered something interesting. You will see when you play the game. All action pawns are back, so we are done with the action phase. We go to the malfunction phase, in which I have to roll this yellow die, but don't worry, I'm a professional engineer. So of course, nothing bad happens. This game is so easy. We are done with the malfunctions. We go to the cleanup phase, in which we have to clean anything that is not important, but there's nothing like that. We move the marker, and the third round starts with a few new objectives with this thing already examined, and we can continue and try to finish the mission. This is the short playthrough for the 7th mission of the First Martians. I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope that you will have a great time with this mission. Stay tuned. Bye bye. Bye bye.